This week on Hermitcraft. You waited for it, you asked for it, and now you get it. Mumbo Jumbo. Vintage beef. Install that darn elevator.
Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap. My name is Pixlriff, our writer is LoyXP, and it's hard not to dedicate half of this episode just to Mumbo Jumbo's shenanigans. Yeah, someone has been a naughty boy. Let's dig in. First, of course, the beef. His beef with Iskall, that is. Iskall's been known for hating on diorite blocks, calling it bird poop and whatnot, which is why Mumbo decides to spook him good with the scariest thing he can imagine.
The ghost of diorite bast or whatever it is. I don't know. Really good though. It really looks like some kind of ghostly specter made out of diorite.
Well, it was called the Dire Reaper, which I totally didn't think. A lot of people mentioned down in the comment section that it does look a lot like diarrhea, which, yeah, that wasn't my best choice of name.
Yep, it's happened again. Oh, holy crap. Oh, there we go.
Of course, such offence cannot be left unpunished, so Iskall hooks up Mumbo's sorting system to drop all the diorite off into a diorite naughty counter chest, which is rigged to blow up Iskall's pixel art head when the system overflows. Of course, Mumbo takes this the wrong way, and makes it his goal to get it to explode as soon as possible. Finally, after literally months of waiting, Vintage Beef gets his elevator and we get a collab of epic proportions. It's everything we expected, and more.
You have to, you jump out
right
when you're at the top. But yeah.
That.
Oh.
That's awesome. I'm
Right.
terrible at jumping.
Visiting XP Crafted's old place, Azumavoid finds that the house has been taken over by Cub fans Evoker from the previous week. 2 more Evokers are also found in the Nether Hub, floating on the glass panels delivered by the derp.
That is craziness. I guess he must have like a glass pane in his head. And I guess that's how and then he doesn't path off the glass pane.
Speaking of long overdue debts, Scar finally cashes in his reward for successfully going through the Tangler. Since his prize happens to be a free redstone project, Tango has to build a customised chicken autocooker over at Scar's Frontier outpost. Scar himself is too busy building the second train station on the other side of the artificial hill, and fixes up the border between his base and Cub's volcanic biome, with geysers and calcium and Yellowstone-inspired geological wonderland.
Into a Yellowstone-inspired kind of geological wonderland.
On the other side of the border, Cub improves the wastelands with lava lakes, magma caves, and some soul sand for contrast. If only he already had some of the concrete powder from the 1.12 snapshot to imitate ashes. Finally, taking a break from it, Cub visits the good old charged creeper farm and beheads himself some mobs for future profit.
Elongated pig, thanks Notch. Yep, because creepers used to be pigs, but Notch made a mistake and elongated them, and that is how the creeper was made. So, thanks Notch.
But if he plans to go for the richest hermit, there is much competition, as TFC is now the owner of a full diamond house, complete with the full diamond beacon on top. Because you can play economics all you want, but nothing will overcome pure, dedicated digging. Thankfully, there's a new rarest thing on the server, the Hermitrons, and they're just about to get released to the masses too, as Ren has already prepared a whole bunch of them and has come close to completing the Hermitron entrance castle ruins. False gets in early on the game and customises her own Hermitron plot, even getting in on some of that sweet slime block elevator action. See what we did there? It kind of went full circle. No, it didn't. Moving on. In what's a tradition at this point, False hires some zombies to sit around at her base pretending to be useful, and puts a windmill and a cactus lodge house on the less busy part of the mesa. When she gets some tequila made from all the cacti, better make sure to export a barrel to Wells Knight's dwarven base, since the make-believe invisible dwarves now have their own wine cellar. Although, is it a cellar if the entire base is underground? And finally we have Joe Hills, originally lost somewhere in the middle of nowhere until a helpful horse shows him the road to 00. Upon coming back, Joe brainstorms some ideas for a patron monument and ultimately stops on the idea of an Oregon Trail-era fort made of spruce and used telephone poles. Joe also starts a terracotta soldier army in preparation for a much hyped up 1.12. And that's pretty much it for this week's recap. My name has been Pixlriff and our writer is LoyXP. If you have a minute to check out our channels, you can click on our faces in the end card. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like on this video, share your favourite moments of the week in the comments, and subscribe to this channel for your weekly count of spoons. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.